Hello everyone, this is Mind Elevation. Today we are going to see about tips of communication. To do so, we can see the three basic sections of today's lesson. The first, qualities of effective communicator. The second one, 5 tips of effective communication. The third one, the 4 tips to communicate with difficult behaviors. Let's begin. The first one, qualities of an effective communicator. An effective communicator will have the following 3 basic qualities. The first, they will convey their message so roughly and they are receptive as well as responsive to others' input. Secondly, they speak in a direct and clear manner using easily understood language. Thirdly, they are assertive with their feelings and viewpoint, but they are also open to suggestions from others. The second section of today's lesson is 5 tips of effective communication. The first tips of an effective communication is knowing your purpose and be succinct. Here, while we say that knowing the purpose and being succinct is the key for effective communication, because knowing the purpose will help you to plan your speech strategy. Because once you know the purpose, you will select which strategy you will use during the speech. Maybe that is persuasive, informative, instructive, or other else. All being succinct, it will help you to be specific and to the point. That helps us to navigate in a very well manner during communication. The second tips of an effective communication is identifying your audience. Identifying your audience will help you to make an effective decision for your communication, because there are factors that affect us to structure the way of communication. For example, the age and status of the audience. The third component is the mental preparation. That prepare mentally before you appear to the communication will help you to clarify the goal and plans before approaching the communication. It also helps to identify what you want to achieve and how you will communicate with the people. The first tips of an effective communication is listening actively. It will help you to let other participants what they are saying. And very important to give due attention to your listeners. The last component of the tips of an effective communication is not take it personally. Means that during communication, the person they are communicating may be that offended. I feel during that time, don't feel attacked and criticized. That is maybe the nature of the person that who you are communicating. Don't be defensive even. Don't try to retaliate. Rather, you have to control your emotions and you communicate with him in a very professional manner. The third section of today's lesson is that the 4 tips to communicate with difficult behaviors. Here there are 4 tips to communicate with difficult behaviors. The first one is remain professional. Remain professional during communicating with difficult behavior helps you to keep calm and speak with a respectful tone. Again, it will help you to keep from escalating the situations. That means that you will not be either defensive, either offensive, but you will have only a calm appearance with a respectful tone. The second one tip is that helps us to communicate with difficult people is that pleasant and approachability. Here, when you present to communicate with difficult behavior, you have to maintain eye contact, a relaxed body appearance, and a smiley face. Plus to that, you have to ensure your tone conveys approachability too. The third component is be assertive and active listener to the person you are communicating. Here, you have to avoid inconsistency, interrupting, and never lose your focus, and don't be emotional even. What you have to be is, you should be clear and direct, as well as see others' perspective and opinions. The last of the 4 tips that helps us to communicate with difficult behavior is don't escalate the situations. Here, when you are communicating with difficult behavior, Don't react impulsively. Don't be defensive. You have to control yourself, and as well as you have to acknowledge other person's feeling by finding a common ground. This is mind elevation, and these are the tips that helps you to be an effective communicator. We'll continue delivering such kind of personal development lessons. Try not to forget to press the subscribe button.